Alrighty, welcome back.
Part two.
Part two. I just couldn't let that conversation end
Right.
the way it
But we
did.
also got sidetracked. Anyway,
That too.
so
I agree with that. We did. Uh, we initially started talking about like, do you go back to maybe a friendship that ended ended, not like badly or well, but like when do you go back? Do you go back? Is that, maybe something you should be avoiding, or I guess it really kind of depends on the person. But I was saying before, I think once you've done harm to me in some capacity, like you said, once you see something, it's concrete, it's done, that wall goes up. For me, it takes a few times, but I feel like I still wind up getting there in the end. Because, like, how many times are you going to do me wrong? How many times are you going to um, make maybe a situation about me about yourself? Or, like you said, start dressing exactly like me? Like at one point, like, do you kind of call it a day?
uh, I think it comes with a lot of confidence
Yeah.
and just knowing that you deserve better than that type of energy and knowing that that energy exists from other people, but you need to go find it.
Yeah.
I really, but if you're not confident enough to know that you deserve better than that, you're just going to stay in that cycle for so long because you're used to that, especially for long friendships that lasted a long time and then ended. And
Yeah.
then you're like, whoa, like, what did I just put up with for so long? And what time have I lost
Yeah.
from knowing this person? And I could have been knowing this person and having this. But you can't look at it like that because you have to look at it like I'm so strong that I got out of something like that that was never meant for me, but I needed to learn that and go through those emotions, go through those terrible mind warping times
Hmm.
of confusion and what the hell is like this is all like how this is all girls are like
Yeah.
is does anyone else think like me? Like I remember I used to always be like I wish I can like copy myself, and I don't mean that in a cocky way.
Right.
I mean in like a mental way.
Yeah.
Like I wish I can just copy my type of persona to other people. That well that's another thing for this podcast, like showing that being real and being raw and being your true self, knowing that you're a good person, knowing that you want to give good energy, knowing that you want to strive for your best self and also for the people around you. You want them to strive, and there's no jealousy, there's no hatred, there's no getting in front of the next or trying to outdo the other and
Hmm.
go extreme measures of just fucking lunacy of
Yeah.
like once again stay in your lane and
Yes.
you'll do amazing if you just focus on your fucking self and not on every little aspect of someone else's life because you want to control it, you want to be in it, you want to it's so weird. Like
Yeah.
it's so weird to
It
me, and it was
is.
always like that with every
Yeah.
girl like that is not in my life anymore in different ways, not all the
Yeah.
same, but all those points that I just said is like different characteristics of what is the epitome of a shitty person and
Yeah.
woman. Like girl, woman, whatever, like person. It's just it's disgusting.
It
It
is.
really is just fucking gross. Like when you look at the down.
It's just kind of like it makes me wonder, at what point do you decide as a person to not be kind, to not be a good human being, to not be like, I hate to say like a girl's girl because I don't always love that term, but like
Yeah.
at at what point do you decide that that's not who you are? Because like I feel like it's very much like a lot of us grow up, even with all the crap that happens to us, the bad friendships, the bad relationships, maybe bad parents, whatever it is, like a lot of us come out still okay
Right.
on the other side. Like, I just wonder at what point is it like, hey, I don't like you. I see you're a female and I feel intimidated by you and I want to now A, make you feel bad about who you are as a person,
Or try to cripple you.
or try and cripple you because I want to do better than you. I'm going to take your entire style. I'm going to insert myself into your life to a point where you feel incapable of getting out.
Smother you. And
You
on
know,
top of
I'm
it,
gonna,
take care of that person.
right.
Like, always making sure they're good.
Yeah,
World revolving around them when we go out or when we do things
100%.
anywhere, really. I don't.
Like, because I feel like a lot of things have happened, whether it's bullying, whether it's bad friendships, whatever it is. And I cannot imagine doing to some people, to anybody, what some people have done to me. I genuinely can't imagine that being that grimy of a human being to be like, oh, well, guess what? You did this to me, so I'm going to do this to you.
Right. Right.
Like, I can't imagine that.
Correct.
You know, I think there may come a point in a friendship, like in my circumstance, you're friends with somebody for X amount of time. I mean, longer than 10 years, longer than 15 years, and you physically give up. That to me is different than being like, hey, I'm going to do to you what you do to me.
Right.
I feel like at that point you've literally given up as a human being and you're like, I can't mentally focus on anything further than what's in front of my own plate right now. You know, and I don't understand how people can be like mental disorder. That's got to be what it is. Because I don't get it. I don't get it.
I think that it's definitely on um a spectrum of mental, like, something. Something's off. And I'm not gonna blame it just on insecurities. I'm not gonna blame it just on you had a
Yeah.
bad parent, like you said, or a bad upbringing. You choose to be a shitty person at the end of the
Yes.
day. That is literally the motto of my life. You choose to be that way.
Yep.
And I'm not, once again, I'm not talking about if you're just in a snippy little argument and you
Correct.
just like snap for a second and you just get into an argument. No, I mean, you choose to be a shitty person
Yeah.
overall and you choose to be a good person overall.
Yeah.
But that choose is a bad word for the good because either you are a good person or you're not.
Yeah.
Either you have those qualities in you and you want to share them and show other people that, like, yes, I'm kind, I'm nice, I'm outgoing, like, blah, blah, blah. You can be like that too if
Yeah.
you just had
If
some
you
confidence or
self-esteem.
self-esteem and didn't uh eject it on other
Yeah.
people, like, and want to take it from other people and want to just like consume the energy of someone else. That's
Yeah.
another thing, like try like sucking energy out of the other
Energy
person.
vampire. I
Right.
fully believe in energy vampires.
It's
I want to
correct.
throw that out there. An energy vampire it's such a real thing. I didn't realize how it's such a real thing
Yeah.
where you genuinely feel like the energy leaving your body from being around this person.
Yes.
You really like the full every inch of vitality that you have. You wake up that morning, you feel pretty good. You have your coffee and your breakfast and you leave to go to work. Boom, at whatever point of the day you see that person, instantly
Yeah.
sucked out.
Yeah.
Instantly sucked out.
Yeah. It's very true.
Whether it's because they're having a bad day or, they got into their own arguments and they need to suck all the good out of yourself
Yep.
so that they can feel that goodness for a minute.
Right.
Like your entire day of goodness would last them 5 minutes. And that's why the longer you stay around them, the less energy you have.
Yeah.
The way I fully believe in energy vampires, man, it's beyond. Because I think
Very
there are
true.
also energy conductors, people that you go around and you feel their lightness and their positivity and it rejuvenates yours. I fully believe in
Yeah,
that
like
too.
the bounce back
Yes.
energy, which is good bounce back.
A
Like,
hundred, like
right.
I fully believe in that.
I
Whereas
agree. I agree.
energy vampires do the complete opposite and suck it all out.
Yep.
I believe that energy conduits, between people is very real, very real.
Yep.
Um, because like somebody that you care about could be having a shitty day, and it makes you empathetic to them.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's a positive energy situation.
Right.
Whereas the negative, somebody, that person sees you're having a bad day and says, "Hey, I'm gonna make it even worse. Let me
Make it about themselves.
make it about myself."
Or not letting you like have your complain moment and be
Yeah,
like, oh, it's not a big deal, like get over it. Like that
100%,
type of person is
100%.
the absolute
Or
worst.
I'm going through it worse than you are.
Right,
That I have to say, like, my situation is worse than your situation.
right,
That phrase hits me in a way that, like, very few others do. Everybody has something that they're going through. No one's situation is worse than somebody else's. Maybe grand scheme of things, sure. Maybe somebody's situation might be tougher than somebody else's. But how that person is feeling is not any less valid because your situation may be theoretically bigger of a situation.
correct, correct.
It doesn't minimize that person's pain or hurt or whatever they're going through.
Yeah,
That's why I hate that phrase so
but
much.
that's a really good thing to look out for in people.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they can't let you have your moment to.
No.
Well, it can go both ways to be sad or to be happy.
Right.
Like
Right.
they can't let you have your moment
No
for a
matter
minute.
what, doesn't matter what moment it is.
Yeah, you
They
got
will
it.
take that moment and make it their own.
Yep,
They
yep,
do not care.
yep.
I've known people that will make themselves cry because they don't want you to have your moment.
Jesus Christ.
Will take grief away from you
God.
because they want to have their moment or make your grief that you're going through about them.
And you can't tell me that you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, 100.
Like,
There's no way, and that's why it boggles my mind because it's not like it's an actual ailment, right? Where you don't have control. I work with special ed kids. I've seen real ailments and real mental situations where maybe a kid is born without empathy or, is going through other situations that is literally out of their control. This is not that. This is you are choosing to be a fucking shite human being.
that's what I was just about to say. It circles back to you're choosing to
You
be this way.
100% are
You
choosing to be
chose
this way.
to act like this in this
Yes,
type of situation. Like,
1000%.
just
You
trying to
could have
think of
been a nice
examples
human.
right now
Yeah.
of like just things floating in my head about like so many different things that it's like,
Because there's so many to refer back to.
yeah,
There's so many. And the problem is, I know you're dealing with it the same that I am right now because I don't want to be uh maybe too open yet about everything. But when you think about certain situations, it's hard not to bring up the entire backstory. But like, I mean, there were so many situations where moments that I was sick, wound up being diagnosed with something gnarly for a little bit. And this person cared less about that and cared more about me driving them somewhere. Like I was literally out of the hospital for like 3 hours, high on Vicodin.
literally a good example.
And rather than calling to see and check in to be like, hey, are you like alive? Are you okay?
Yeah,
Like, hey, I need you to drive me here because that's what I need you for.
that's what I'm used to you
That's what I'm
doing for
used
me.
to. Yeah.
This doesn't change anything. I
You
need you
yeah,
to,
I still need you to do
yeah,
what you have to do.
you're still on the schedule that I'm running you on.
It's like
Like,
I don't understand that. That is a choice that somebody makes. That's not, oh, I have a defect
no,
or a deficiency.
no.
Yeah, you have a empathy deficiency, you know?
Reality deficiency too.
Yeah.
Like, you know that brick wall I was talking about and part one to this episode? Some of these people need to also run through it. The stainless
Yes.
steel wall. They need to
Yes.
run through it and maybe, obviously they're not going to go through it, but they'll smack pretty fucking hard into it.
Yeah.
Maybe something will spark. Like that's what I think.
I,
Like I
they
think
need
a lot of
they
people
need to
just
be
need
dropped on their heads a few times.
no, no, run into a steel wall. Stay with me. Run into a steel wall. And something might, it
It
might,
might trigger.
you
It
might
might.
figure something out. Like,
Dude, beyond.
I have no words. Like, I,
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of like random, without being too specific of
that is the issue. That is, I'm
things.
sure as we continue on with this, we'll have less
Yeah,
care about that. But for
for
the
sure.
time being, to be politically correct, um, too many to choose from, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, going back to it, there are some incredible female friendships. Like I look at you and Caitlin and my friend Alyssa, and I look at the three of you, and I'm like, you quite literally saved my life. And I think that's the back and forth between the bad and the good. Like you have people in your life, reason, season, they're there to teach you a lesson, and then you have the people that you know will quite literally be there for the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between,
Correct.
and are willing to stand by you and work with you and, guide you. I mean, Jesus, when I was going through that big, huge ass friendship breakup, I relied on you guys more than I've ever relied on anybody in my whole life. And if I didn't have that, I don't think I would be here as you see me now. I don't. Because that was such genuine, true female friendship.
It was a breakthrough.
It was. And it was so, to me, I see it as such a sacred moment, which is such an odd word, I know, coming out of my mouth, but I really do hold it that way because it's like here I came from this horribly narcissistic friendship to then be met with people with such kindness and empathy and people who are willing to stand by my decisions and steadfast with me and go at my pace. That was something too. Like you both made your decisions on your own on what you wanted to do with that friendship, but allowed me my space and my time to do what I needed to do to figure it out and still hold a place for me. I mean, I mean,
But you do think that the people that you have that feeling
yeah,
that you know is correct. And once the truth comes out about certain things and you can't now, like I said, the wall goes up. I
yeah,
now can't unsee any of that and I know the truth. You needed to be like shaken more than pulled out of it. I think
yeah,
that we just met at the correct time
without
to
a doubt.
see that friendship. I needed to see it
Without a
too.
doubt.
Like I would have never, if
Yeah,
I just met you solo, I would have never been around that. But since I was there for that, to shake that situation, and once the truth came out about everything,
yeah,
it was like, get the fuck out now.
yeah,
Like that was, but I will say you definitely pulled yourself out of it because I cut ties and that was it.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
because I knew once I stopped, you would eventually follow.
yeah,
I knew that you were going to make the right decision. So
yeah.
that's why,
And that's necessary too, like having people in your life that believe in you that much. Because I think it had gotten to the point with a lot of other friends of mine where they just kind of saw that I was going to continue the cycle because I didn't know how to break it. But then a personality like yours comes along where it's like very just no, I know you're going to do this. And it wasn't a question of if, when, how long it was going to take me, what breakthroughs I
right,
had to go through. You were just like, no, you're going to do it. I don't know when you're going to do it, but you're going to do it.
right.
And I think having that kind of a confidence in it and like just knowing without a doubt that it was going to happen solidified
Flat,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Flattened it
Yeah.
completely. I mean, that vibe thing, you can't shake off that vibe thing.
Can't shake it, man.
Speaking of which, the vibe thing that we keep really talking about is
Yes.
basically like witchy
Yeah. Yeah. Intuition.
intuition, witchiness.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
This
And
is which.
this is witch. Like,
This is which. There's a lot of moments, and we just literally coined that phrase in the car right now, where it's this is which, where we have a moment, either we deja vu it, kind of predict something's going to happen, find things that may have been misplaced.
Right.
Um,
Right.
this is which. And I think for you, you feeling that feeling, this is which, and calling it as it is, influenced influenced my eyes opening because I fully believe in every woman there's a little bit of witch. Fully believe it, and in the best way. I'm not saying this in like a derogatory, you're a witch kind of way, but
Yeah.
like in a genuine like females have an intuition about things
Yeah.
that is very hard for I think men in general to perceive. But I think good women have a beautiful radiant effect where it's like not only do they attract the positive things, but they can detect the negative
Mm-hmm.
and will help guide those who cannot feel it as strongly.
Right. Right. And let them be open and aware to now
Yeah,
looking out for that it themselves. Like
100%.
almost like rubbing off that quality,
Yeah,
like of no, no, this is not correct.
yeah,
You see this again, just leave at that point so
right,
you don't continue on to A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
correct.
like of terrible
Yeah.
qualities.
Oh, I know.
Jesus.
It's friendships are wild.
And women friendships obviously are not easy.
No.
If you think about if you sat here right now and made a list of all people that haven't made it, I'm not talking acquaintances,
Right.
but like people that you were genuinely close with that you're no longer close with anymore.
Oh, oh, I mean the list is
Right.
beyond.
And if you made a circle in the middle
Yeah.
and you put down all the qualities just that they had in common, not specific qualities just about that one person, if you put all qualities that they all had in common, you see that there's a pattern of those types of people
Right.
that you've had to trash out
Yeah.
your life to really come to this.
Yeah.
Like, and that's it's but it is a butterfly effect. It's the complete circle
Easily.
of
Easily.
you won't see the good if you still have the bad around you. And I remember too, I always used to go like maybe like once a year from like early 20s, right? 18 to 22. I don't know.
Hmm.
I used to go to a psychic all the
Yeah.
time. And they always used to tell me I have this negative energy surrounding me and it can't like you need to release it yourself, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, what am I, a target for this stuff? Like that's what I kept
Yeah.
thinking, like, do I have that face that's like, I'm gonna get this one? Like
Yeah.
I was like, no, I do this all the time. And they were all different psychics. So I'm like, why do they keep telling me this? Now I wonder if I go, what they will tell me.
Ooh,
Because I haven't been in
we
years.
should go.
Yeah, like to a
I would be
really
so down for
yeah,
that.
I'd
I'm
love to
actually
go.
super into that. I have done a medium now twice,
Oh wow,
and
yeah.
I'm setting up my third one.
Wow.
And I'm obsessed with this one
Wow.
medium. But I super believe in that and I think we should definitely do that.
Yeah.
I would be so the last time I had my a psychic reading of that kind, like I've done tarot readings a few times since, like especially at like Shannon's engagement party. And those always are very intuitive, but to go to an actual like psychic
Yeah.
reading, give it to me. I'll eat
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah.
I would eat that up.
Wow. Okay. Definitely. Yeah, I haven't been in years now.
Maybe we'll take you guys with us.
That
We'll
would be a
see.
good one.
That would be
That would
cool.
be a good one.
Because I think it would be really interesting to hear kind of the trajectory. Because now thinking back, you just unlocked a memory for me, by the way. I think if I were to look back at that reading that I had when I was 20, 21, and compare it to one that I got now, it would be so different. So different. I mean, just life trajectory in
That's
general.
yeah, that's
Just
definitely
because who would have thought at 20 years old I'd be here?
that's what I mean.
You know?
Yeah, that's
Like,
that really is freaking crazy.
yeah.
Really is freaking crazy. But I did always think about that. Why? Well, it also could have been like guys too. Like I think about
Yeah.
negativity, like what could have been negative. But I do mainly think it was main friends
Yeah.
that were still around me at those periods of time that I needed to grow up and kind of exit.
separate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not even like we fought. Just
Right.
we
Just
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 went separate ways,
yep.
or like we did have an argument and that settled things, and then that was it.
Yeah.
I've had friends for years and years, never had one fight with them.
Facts.
Like,
Yeah.
so it's like there's a reason that some of us are arguing more and some of us are not. Like,
Yes.
or some of us are seeing eye to eye on things and some of us are not. Or, and it doesn't need to be values of like life. It doesn't need to be every single
Right.
aspect that you agree on, but just like
I feel like
kind,
basic respect.
basic. Yeah, just like
Basic
basic.
love and respect and like want for well-being and excitement for the other's success and like just normal small things,
Correct. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No, it
Um
doesn't have to go that deep,
it really doesn't.
but then when
But
it does,
yeah.
and that's when you realize that things are not as much as you thought.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because you know what's funny too is the amount of those bad friendships that now looking back on it, I would call them, oh, this is my sister, or this is like a sister to
I
me.
know.
You
I
know,
know.
I mean, and it wasn't just one person. Like, I want to throw that out. Like, a lot of the people that I said, this is a good friend, this is my sister, this is somebody I love and care about, that wound up then turning around and being one of the worst people to me. I mean,
Yes, yeah.
it's like, that's why when I was texting her this morning, but I was using Siri because I was driving, and it called you sis
Yeah.
for some reason,
I
and
just
I
read
was
it
like,
normal too. I was like,
yeah,
I,
sis. All right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I've
was,
never called you sis
that was so funny.
once.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just completely read it normal too and not even, didn't think about, like, you never saying that. Like, it's like,
I've called you many other pet names
right,
because I
right.
that's a thing I do.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
babe and love and sweetheart and
Correct. When
honey
I saw
bunches of
sis,
oats
I was
and
like,
ooh, that's a timer. That's stop.
Stop, please.
Why? Where is it? Are we okay? Mobile phone cool. See? What is? What is?
What the fuck? Wait, your phone is literally bugging.
Okay.
I didn't even do anything there. It just shut off. Jesus Christ.
It's telling me to buy the new 17. That's what it's doing. Apple was like, let's send a mass glitch.
That's
I wonder
literally
how
what it
many other
was.
people that just happened to. Because that definitely feels like a mass
Yeah,
glitch
that was crazy.
that happens. That's wild.
I deleted the alarm and the timer and it was still there. Jesus.
Well, on that note, I think this was a very successful conversation.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
if you would like to hear more about us and our stuff, A, keep listening because I guarantee you it's going to come up. But if you have any questions or like want to tell us your story or have something you would like to add to the conversation, please feel free to comment below or go to
Personal
our
messages
socials.
and
Yeah, we would
DM,
love to hear
questions,
everything,
comments, all of that.
all of it.
All of it.
Um,
Feedback in every way possible, agreeing, disagreeing.
facts. I love that we are who we are.
Me too.
That's just what I want to end this on.
Me too.
I really do.
Couldn't ask for a better friendship and people
Yeah.
as a person. Like people as
People as a person.
person as people. Like who we are as people, but we're persons. Individually, we are a person, but together we are people. You know what I mean? Though I'm trying to say, as a love who we are as a person and as a people. Duo,
I understand.
unscripted.
Oh, that was.
Don't forget, stainless steel wall. Run into it.